This conference will now be recorded.
Sure, right. So we're going to see CRUD operations. Yesterday we were talking about the basics. Today we'll go a little further. It is simple anyway. I mean, doing or understanding the CRUD operations, it is so simple. Just follow the class. So let me check Mongo is running or not. Yeah, it is running. So show DBs, use any database, basically show collections. Right, db.product. This is where we have the data. CLS db.products.find. This is the data we had, right? So let me CRUD one. I'll just review what we have discussed quickly. So we discussed how do we read the documents and reading basic data with conditions, normal equality conditions using just, and reading data with the condition projection, like we can control what fields we wanted to see in the output, include, exclude, all that we've seen. And equality condition is equality is simple, straightforward. Whatever you give it as a condition, what it will come in the output, and what you wanted to project, again you can give it first condition then projection, that we have discussed. In operator also we discussed till this point, right? So come back to uh, the slide side. So MongoDB, provides db.collection.find method to read the documents. So we discussed that. So if at all, if it is RDBMS query, select, you'll give the projection columns what you wanted, and from collection condition. If it is a Mongo, db.collection.find first condition, then projection. This is what we have seen. And here for db.collection.find method, you can specify the following options if you want. So we have, to limit the output, not only the projection can be used, you can even use, I wanted to sort by name, of the product. So sort on what field you wanted to sort. By default, it is not not in the alphabetical ladder, right? So I wanted to sort in ascending order, like lower to higher. So you see this one, A, B, F, and like this. And if I see in the reverse order, in the descending order, I can give -1. It started with T, S, P in reverse order. So you can read the data, whatever condition you can give it at the, if you have it, too much of data as an output. So example, I'm giving a while true as a condition. There are many records, right? So on all a while true, the output should be in this, descending order, ascending order. You can give the order, right? You can define it. So you can sort the data. At the same time, I wanted to only read top 20 records. In this case, top 2 records, as you case. You can limit the number of records that you wanted to read. Limit only 2. Read only 2. Then I wanted to read skip only first 2 records and read the rest. It is reverse of like a limit basically. So if I use skip 2, what it does, it will skip the first 2 records and read the rest. So you can see from the pen drive it is reading it actually. Okay. So the first 2 records are skipped because you said skip. Here limit, only read first occurrence, 2 occurrence of the document. Here skip the first 2 occurrences, read the rest. It's a reverse of this generally, right? Limiting the output and skipping the first occurrence of the record. So this is simple, guys. There's nothing much we need to confuse here. First, you wanted to sort the data on what you wanted to sort. You can sort on many things basically, in fact. So if I wanted to sort on availability quantity, not on the item, it can be text based, it can be like a numeric based, whatever it is. I'm giving here lower to higher. One means ascending order, lower to higher. 100, 100, 150, 500, 900, 1000, 2000, 5000, 15,000. See this one in the order lower to higher. If I give the -1, the same thing will get reversed. If you read it come on, sorry, I gave the 11. Okay, so 15,000, 5,000, 2,000, 1,900. So it is given in the higher to lower descending order. So you can control the sort order. You can control the output using the skip and limit. So you wanted to read, you topmost you don't want, bottommost you wanted, what you wanted basically. So based on that, the condition you can write it. So here you have the a query to filter specify the document. First you will give a condition to filter the documents. Condition will be used to filter the document what you wanted to read. A query projection to specify which fields from the matching documents to return. The projection limits the amount of data that MongoDB returns to the client over the network. Again, the amount of data what you read, you don't want avail true when your availability is greater than 0, right? You can write a condition. So basically I'm not just going with this. I wanted to limit the output. So if I look at here, whenever availability greater than 0, I no need to project the avail true basically. Okay, in that case I'll give a condition avail true. Okay, wherever avail true, I don't need sorry, wherever this I can write this way. You can write some logic also. It is reading everything. So whenever the quantity is greater than 0, avail true obviously. Like you have at least one quantity, that is availability of the product is there. So db dot products dot okay find, I'm writing a condition. Okay, AQY. Okay, AQY means availability quantity greater than 0, that is a greater than 0, and projection I wanted to exclude. What I wanted to exclude? Avail true. So how do I exclude? 0. So if I write this one, wherever availability quantity is 0, greater than 0, avail I don't want, because the quantity is telling me it is available already. So if I read it, availability is not given. Wherever 500,000, 100, wherever it is there. So if I wanted to check this one, wherever availability um, false. So how do I say this here? Equal to, right? It is equal to. So when it is equal to, directly can give it. There is no conditional, further condition won't come. Wherever availability quantity is 0, then I wanted to include this. I wanted to read availability set, or maybe you wanted to include, then don't give it. It'll include anyway. Availability as false whenever availability quantity is 0. So what I'm trying to discuss here is how to limit the kind of projection that you wanted. When availability is 0, I don't need avail also. Availability 0 is telling that availability is false by default. So in that case, again, I can go and omit that one. I can achieve the same thing using two methods. I can only avoid this field, and I can avoid underscore ID field also if I don't want, right? I don't want this field. Then or else I can achieve the same thing using other way. What is other way? How do I achieve the same thing? I have to give all the field names. So ID I don't want, then item I wanted. You have to include all what you wanted, exclude or include. So when less is less side, you have to focus, not the more side. So but anyway, I just wanted to talk. This way also I can get the same output what I got here by avoiding this one, right? You're getting the same output what you had, but you achieved it in two different ways. You excluded avail 0 because availability quantity 0 is given as a condition. Okay, you don't need it. And the same output avail 0, I gave the ID exclude and include what other fields. This I did not mention include. So if you are not including, by default it is excluded. So this way you can control the amount of data that you wanted, right? If you are reading unnecessary data, it can flood the network, right? So Uh, let's make it in the same notepad to make it better. I'll make it class CRUD, or else do you want me to make separate notepad? I'll do it, not an issue. This is fine, right?
Yeah, this is fine, Ravi.
Yeah. CRUD 2, right. So now here, how do we, I'll keep a headline, reading the data in Mongo using sort, limit, and skip function. These are all functions actually. I'll just copy paste that what we discussed for your reference. Just for the reference, when you look at it, you can recall kind of thing. Sort item from here, right? Right. So now come back. So now you can optionally add cursor modifier to impose limit, skip, sort. This we have seen, right? So then come back to next slide. So next slide, equality condition first. So finding only first record of the collection. This is something useful. I'll talk about the use case. When do we read basically? Reading first document of the collection. First, only first, that's it. First document of the collection to know the structure of the document. Structure of the documents. Okay. Generally, we read it to understand how the document structure is actually defined. Okay. Someone called. Fine. So now, if you look at here, first document, just when do we read? Just wanted to know the structure basically. Then we will read it. So, oh, come. Is it there in the cursor? Okay. db dot product dot find one. This is a function. It will read only one document. By looking at this, I know that generally, documents will go in a same format, though it accept different. Sometimes it will be different, of course, but most of the time the documents are similar. That is the reason we will read one document to understand how the layout of the documents. Okay. So this one we will try to read to understand the document structure. That's it. Find one. The next one, pretty. So when we are reading the data, if you wanted to read the data in more, like if you are reading the data like this, the data is actually clumsy. It looks like clumsy. You have to read one after the other. It is not so organized basically. If you wanted to make the data output as an organized fashion, then you have to use pretty function basically. You have to use the pretty function. So db dot product dot and find dot pretty. Pretty will load the output much readable format, more organized fashion. So pretty function will simple thing. I'm not going to give this notes for this because it is a too big output. I'll give 2 or 3 as an output. So pretty function will be used to read the output in a more organized fashion. So reading the data with the pretty function. When we read the data in more organized fashion, then we will use pretty function just for the sake, for idea's sake. Okay. So here I'll give some output just for your understanding. Data is like this before pretty, now with pretty it like kind of. I'll give few documents as an example. That's more than enough, right? Right. So next, what next? Right. To find all the documents that I discussed in the beginning, like either give empty condition without a condition also, it will read everything that we have seen. Specify the equality condition. This also I discussed yesterday. We have the notes. Specify the condition using the operator. So in operator also I discussed yesterday. So I'm skipping this. So in operator will verify the data on multiple conditions, multiple equality conditions, in fact. So please refer yesterday class for the in operator. Let's move to the and operator. And means what? We discussed, we studied in our academics all the operator, right? In physics actually, right? So we have done a lot of labs also on this. So what exactly and means? Both the conditions, whatever the conditions you are giving, all should be satisfied by the query. Then only output would come. So let's start from the beginning. The data is like this. db dot. It's so simple actually to understand. So what I'm trying to do, db dot products dot find. Okay, I'm giving actually in fact two conditions, not one. What I'm going to give is AQI 500 comma sold QTY. Do we have anything common? 500 and 300, 500 and 300 both are in common. Okay, any other thing? 2000, 1200. Anything in common? Sold quantity 500.
1200.
1200. Okay, good. Oh, there is no such thing. I mean, there is no record which exists with availability 500 and sold quantity as 200, 1200. So it is 150 actually, in fact. So if I wanted to get that record, I have to give 150. Both has to be satisfy the condition, not one, both. So now if you look at first one is 150, second one is 1200. Both are actually matching with the condition. That's why it is giving the response. Now I'll go a little different, maybe. I can give you a condition again, conditional and. So availability quantity AQI greater than it will come with the dollar greater than 1000, wherever greater than 1000, and sold quantity again I'll give a conditional again greater than 2000. So what we are trying to ask to the system is read the availability quantity which is greater than 1000. How many are there? 1000. Greater than, it is not qualified. This is also not qualified. This is also not qualified. This is qualified. Greater than, not greater than or equal. This is also there, but it is not greater than 1000. It is equivalent to 1000. This is qualified the condition with this. Sold quantity greater than 2000. Is it 2000? Yes. This particular record is satisfying both the conditions. And next, greater than 1000. This is a 1000. And this is not qualifying the condition because it's not greater than 2000. This is qualifying, but this is not. So both has to be qualified. This is qualifying and this is also qualifying. So this will also come out. And what else? 500, 0, 0. No, only two records will come with this condition. You can see that. See, two records. So first condition greater than 1000. These two are greater than 1000. And at the same time, and the second condition also, it should be greater than 2000. Both are greater than 2000. So both the conditions need to be satisfied. Then only you get the output, else you don't get the output. It is conditional, unconditional, whatever, how many conditions you are giving, all must be satisfied. Maybe I can give further condition also, like where the same thing again, sold QTY, I'll give 3000. It will give only one record. Why only one record? because there is one more condition on the sold quantity. This is actually, this is qualified 2 records. This is all together qualified 2 records, but there is one more and condition which is saying 3000. So you have to have greater than 1000 as a availability quantity, greater than sold quantity, and here we are given the equality condition on the sold quantity as 3000. So all need to be satisfied, then only record will come out. All, not one. All need to be satisfied. If one is not satisfied from out of all conditions given, that is dropped. So and is means every condition what you give it, every comma separated is this one condition, this is another condition, this is a third condition. All conditions validated against each document. If it is following, then it will get you the record, else it won't get you the record. Getting the point? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
Ravi. Yeah.
Right, now I'll ask a question. Let's see. I'm giving less than 1000, okay? And here greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. I'll give LTE here. Here LTE, and avail true. How many documents will come? First condition. Look at by condition simply. So you no need to look at everything, but understanding wise I'm asking how things will work. Less than 1000. Is it less than 1000? Yes, it is. And second condition, is it less than or equal to 2000? Yes, it is less than or equal to 2000. Avail true? Yes, this is qualifying all conditions. Next record, is it less than 1000? No, less than in the sense I did not give less than or equal to. It is not less than or equal to. It is not less than 1000. It is 1000. Less than 1000 means it will come up to 999 only. This is not qualified on the first itself. It is rejected. Third one, it is less than 1000. Yes, it is. And at the same time, sold quantity less than or equal to 2000. Yes, it is. And yes, avail true is also true. So this is also will come out. Next, this record, is it less than less than 1000? Yes. Sold quantity, is it less than 2000? Yes. Okay. But avail true? No, it is not qualified. This is not qualified. Again, this is less than 1000. No, it is not qualified. This is less than 1000. Yes. Yes. And is it less than or equal to 2000? Yes. And yes, third record, 3 records matching. And this one, less than 1000? Yes. And is it less than or equal to 2000? Yes. And avail true. Fourth record will come. And is it less than 1000? No. Here itself it is rejected. Less than 1000? No. Here is rejected. Okay, this is less than 1000? Yes. Is it less than 2000? Yes. And avail true. Fifth record. 5 records will come out. Less than 1000? Yes. And less than 2000? Yes. But avail is false. Not satisfied. Only 5 records. Here less than 1000, less than 2000, sixth record. Okay, less than 1000, less than 2000, but avail false. So only 5 records it should give. See, exactly 5 records. So I was explaining.
Ravinder, small doubt. So generally, just checking in Oracle DBA, we don't bother about the table in data how it is. But in MongoDB, do we need to bother about this, or only developers can take care of this, or what we do on these collections and all as a DBA?
That's a good point. Actually, what they wanted to do, I'll tell you. I'll tell you an example. Question you asked, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
they'll ask you to run this update. Okay, they're updating like this with some set operator. You can give some set operator which will modify the data, in fact. Okay, if it is modifying, how many it is modifying? So if you wanted to read before you do, something bad happens, who are responsible? DBA is also responsible, even developer also responsible, because you are deploying the change. You need to verify what it is doing. You need to understand what the good operation, what the bad operation is. When you know, when you understand it, right?
Correct. That's
But
correct.
also it
And
is
one thing
helpful,
in
right? In
general,
Hmm.
performance tuning, if you want to do mostly, but we should know what is code
At least a
internally.
little bit basic knowledge is important. I mean, I'll conclude it. Why I'm discussing this in for DBA knowledge actually. It is required to review the scripts. When you review a script, how do you review a script? Basically, without update, we will remove and we'll go with the find and look at the number of records. We'll ask them, they'll tell us, how many records are going to be impacted. If it is matching, then we'll go ahead and run. Again, we definitely need to ask proof of concept. Did they run the same thing in the pre-prod? They have to give us the screenshots. Then we will run in the production. That is the process we have in the Mongo in our environment. They have to do the POC, give us the screenshots, and we will also verify before we do. If it is matching, then we'll go ahead. If it is not matching, we will hold it. If we do something goes wrong, even the requester will be in danger, implementer is also in danger. Because how did you do without verification? So that's thing. Anyway, I'll conclude. This knowledge is required to understand.
Okay.
Don't focus much.
Okay, fine, that's fine. But in general, in real time, so do we need to aware about update and all? Because yeah, I know that it is important to learn, but the update, delete, DML transaction will be done from developer side generally. Because I just want to know that. So in
No,
DB
it
also
depends.
okay.
It depends. You are controlling the entire access. Then in our environment production, no one should do. We only do the backend updates. Front-end updates
Uh-huh.
they can do from the application. They let them do anything that they wanted through the application. We don't care. If they
Mm-hmm.
wanted to modify manually, then we deploy.
Okay,
So
okay,
first thing,
fine.
why you're touching the backend as a developer? You should not. You should not touch the
Mm-hmm.
backend production. You
Yeah,
should
we
touch
should.
only through the application. If you're touching in
Okay.
the background, why you need to touch? And justification, POC, everything should be given in the cab. They'll approve it,
Mm-hmm.
we'll verify it, and we'll deploy. That is the process.
Okay, fine.
Right. So anyway, I mean, I'll spend one more class on this. Just catch it up. I mean, this will help you anyway. Not only here, anywhere, like it will help you out. These conditions are somehow equal, same in any RDBM system if you correlate. So now and is something, everything need to be matched as simple as it is. This is about and. So these are all enough, I guess, with and. Do you want me to discuss some more example? I don't think, because you have the conditions and condition again, availability quantity. So whenever you wanted to give a subcondition, field name, colon, and it is a greater than or equal to, you have used greater than or equal to or less than or equal to something if you wanted to go with, okay? So if I wanted to go with again not equal to, there is something called not equal to also we have it. Okay. So I can go this and where sold quantity not equal to here will go with the dollar NE not equal to 2000. Wherever less than availability quantity less than 1000 and sold quantity not equal to 2000. Anyone can tell this how many records it will pull out. Let me just a minute.
Please show that collection records.
I'll show it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm db dot products dot find. This is output db dot the same query, but I'm changing the condition here. Sold quantity, okay, not equal to NE 2000 or anything. In fact, maybe 300. I'll go with. Okay. So how many records it will pull out? First condition. Look at the first condition. 1000 less than 1000. Yes, it is less than 1000. Is it not equal to 300? No, it is not. It is not qualified. It is gone. It is less than 1000? No, it is rejected there itself. Is it less than 1000? Yes. But sold quantity, is it not equal to 300? Yes, it is not equal to. So this is qualified to come out. So this one less than 1000, yes. Not equal to 300. Yes. So just let me execute. It is simple, guys. It is first less than 1000 is a condition. Less than 1000, less than 1000, less than everywhere. and second is not equal to 300. That's it. That's it. Both has to be qualified in each document. That's equivalent to AND operator. Okay. So let me go. R operator is little complex. R operator you need to little focus. AND is simple. If you know all of this, you can become a almost more than intermediate DBA. More than intermediate DBA means advanced DBA. What I'm going to discuss, if you practice all of that, you go into the advanced DBA side. And operator in Mongo. Mongo is simple product actually, because we are working on database products, right? It is simple to understand as when we discuss administrative activities also. Next, I'll go with the R operator. Right. So AND is over, and let's go to the R operator. R operator in Mongo. So now try to follow. CLS db dot products dot AND means what? Anything that matches one of the condition is enough to match. Both don't need to be matched. This is the data. So db dot R operator will go in a different way. So first, minimum syntax is parenthesis and flower bracket. Here the operator will R is an operator starts with the R directly, and you don't need to, but R you have to. So R operator, you have to define two conditions minimum to validate. One condition you don't need R or AND. When you have more than one, then R or AND will come as a condition. So R is something two similar conditions. Basically, it will go in array. Within the array, R condition always goes in the within the array, and two conditions as a minimum. Each condition goes into the flower bracket. So let me explain again. This syntax, if you know, you can easily write. So this is an open parenthesis and flower bracket. This is a minimum syntax to write or read or insert anything that encapsulate. Everything should be encapsulated within the parenthesis, within the flower bracket. Then only you do the insert, update, delete, anything that you follow. That is a minimum syntax. Within it, R is an operator, and it need two conditions. Conditions on similar conditions. So I'll go with array. Within the array, each condition will have its own flower brackets to define. So R, I'm giving it here item. Okay, item will filter more. I'll talk about the regular expressions there. I'll explain that better. AQI 500. Here sold quantity. Anything is repeating. 12. Okay, fine. There are two 1200s. So now, any one condition, if I read as it is like this, first condition is equal to 500. Yes, it is. It is qualified. That's enough. No need to go to the next. One condition is satisfied. It will pull the record. No need to validate the other one. Is it 500? No. Is it 500? No. Is it 500? No. So there is one more 500. Two 500. These two are qualified. And sold quantity. Sold quantity 1200. There is one 1200 here. This is qualified. There is one more 1200 here. This is also qualified. So 4 records it should pull. So one condition is enough to qualified by the document, not all. R is like one condition, either of the condition, and means both the condition must be satisfied. Both are more than whatever the conditions you are giving it. All need to be satisfied. R, only one need to be satisfied. Okay. If I'm getting these many. If I go with the comma, I'll give one more condition. It's fine. While true. So how many I'll get? In this one false is there, all while true will come. All while true will come, because everywhere wherever true is there, it will come. So except to two false, all will come. All document. Oh, what happened?
You gave that square bracket at the end. Square bracket, third one.
Wait, yeah, it has to be in the square bracket only. Just wait. colon unexpected
For
square.
ML, there is no flower brackets, right? We gave for sold quantity for AQA flower brackets. For avail
Yeah,
con,
yeah, that's correct. How many give it? It goes in the flower bracket. That's correct. So except the one false, all will come out because all are true, all by default true, right? We have given a lot of truths, and there are false, but one false is qualifying one of the condition. What is that condition is qualifying? 1200 condition. That's what came out. So our condition one is satisfied. That's enough to get the record out. R is all need to be satisfied, right? So it is simple, guys. Very simple, actually. If I wanted to go with the conditional to make it more complex, conditional means here I'll go with the again conditional. Always conditional to start with the dollar and LTE less than or equal to 500. 500 is already given. Okay, I'll give 500. Less than or equal to is less than, all less than. Here again I'll give some more condition. So if you practice it, you get to know. When you practice, then you get more of understanding here. It should be greater than 10,000. So I'll remove this avail. Avail will get more records. That's usual. So now I'm giving total. See whether it is following correct or not. This also you can verify. If you click on this, which one is closing? This flower bracket. It should close parenthesis. So there is one flower bracket is missing, right? Where it is missing? Actually, here it is missing. Here it is missing. So now I'll verify. So if I click on this, it is closing. You see this one? You see the blue one? If I do this one, the next one is closing. It is correct. If I do this one, it is closing this one. So if you do this one, it is closing this one. So this way you can verify the syntax. Sometimes you go with the lot of confusion with the brackets and the square brackets and parentheses. Sometimes you go, some wrong. So there you can verify it, which one is closing which, something like this. So now if
Can
I
you
run
please
this,
tell how to explain? Can you please again tell how to check that syntax?
it's not syntax, it's about the brackets. How many brackets you opened, you closed it properly or not. So if I click on this here, if I place the cursor on the parenthesis, it is closing this parenthesis. You can see the blue color on this one. If I go to the next one, it is turned to here. It is closing the right one. If I go into here, next it is closing this one. It is correct. It is closing here. It is closing this one. Right? Clear?
Got it. Got it. Got it. Clear.
Yeah, that way it is. So this is called AND operator, guys, nothing else. So when you do it, see R operator within that array, because we are giving it, again we are going on one field, again we are giving some conditional assignment to this. If it is greater than or equal to this, greater than this, something like this, we are giving the conditions. We can give like this with R operator. Okay, where is it? It is simple anyway. Just you practice once, you get it. It won't require too much of effort for sure. R is all about that. This document is not so good. Examples are too good. And specify and as well as R. This is very interesting. db.products.find. We wanted both conditions. db.products.find. Okay, this is the minimum syntax. First, I'll give a and condition or R condition, whatever it is. First, R will be evaluated. The R output will be evaluated and against AND operator. That is a hierarchy. So what I'm giving is availability quantity AQI. This is the first condition. AQI greater than or equal to 1000. Let's keep this way, 1000. Now other thing, It's one condition. Other condition, I'm going with R condition. R will always open up with array. Within the array, two conditions are minimum. Okay. So now I'm going to go and give it AQI as 500 and sold QTY as 1200. So now with these two, how many records will come out? First R will be evaluated. The R output will be evaluated against AND operator because this is equal. There are two operators in this. This is something you must qualify. This is something another condition. Another condition has two more conditions in it with R operator. So R will be evaluated first wherever you place it. First or second doesn't matter. And I mean this condition. So R always will be evaluated first. Whatever the output will come out of it, it will be evaluated against this. So R 500, 500, 500, two are there. 1200, 1200 here. Four records will come out. This one will come. Come on. This one will come, and this one will come, and 500, right? This one will come, and this one also will come. Four records will come out. Out of that, are availability quantity greater than 1000? Is it greater than 1000 availability? Again, is it greater than or equal to 1000? Yes, this is the one it is qualifying. And next, this is 1200 greater than, so yes, it is also qualifying the condition. It is qualifying the first condition, this R operator condition, even AND condition also greater than 1000. And what is the other one? 500. This is 500 greater than 1000. No, it is not qualifying the condition. And this one not qualifying. Only two records are qualifying. What happened? And cortex syntax error missing. Where did I miss that? Just a minute. It's closing correctly. Oh, I missed the floor bracket. I understand. See, it is closing the, which one it is closing? It is closing here. Next one should close immediately, the parent, the floor bracket. Okay, just a minute, something extra. It is not closing anything, in fact, which means, let me review this. I don't need, here I should not close this. This I should not close because availability quantity inner operator is closed out. Now it should be clear, I guess. This one, this one, this one, right? It should give to records now. Oh, only one record. 2000 and 1200, and you don't have. This is not qualified again. Greater than or equal to. This is qualified. There is one more 1200. This is qualified, right? And availability quantity greater than 1000. Okay, this is only the qualified one. This 1200 one is not qualified. Is not greater than. This is not qualified. This is also not qualified, and this is only the qualified one. Yes, correct. Only one record is qualified. You guys getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes, one thing. See here, AQI 500. First two, it will check R operator only, right? So
Right,
that
are always.
AQI, yeah, that availability quantity should be 500. Okay, that row will be copied. And again, where is that? Yeah, 500. We see. I have a bit doubt there.
Here.
Oh, okay, so 500, and it is okay, fine. Okay,
1200 here and here.
okay, and that output 200, it will be
Again, this
greater than or
output
equals, will be given
greater
to
than or equal to
greater than
1000.
equals to 1000. Okay, okay,
So this
fine.
record is greater than equal to 1000. Availability no. And this one is after this one qualified and this one qualified. Is it greater than 1000? No, it is not. And here 1200 it is qualified, but it is greater than or equal to 1000. This is qualified. Again, this is also qualified 1200, but it is not greater than or equal to 1000. So only one record is
Okay,
satisfied.
got it, got it.
So that way it is and R. So now I'll change one more little thing. I'll give this way. How many will come? You have to tell me. What should I give is okay. Okay, simple thing, very simple thing. Avail true. How many will come?
Is this query correct, Ravi?
Yeah, it can.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. That's good point you brought up. Yeah, you're very close attention. That's good point. So now let's verify. Is it closing? No, it's not closing. Where we went wrong? Wait. Here I no need to give this thing. Come on. Right. Right. This is correct. Now, how many will come? All four. Whatever is matching availability quantity equivalent to 500. And here sold quantity. Okay. All won't come. I guess 1200 0. It won't come. This won't come because it's false. The rest would come. I guess 1200. This is true. And another 1200. This is also true. And this is also true. Three documents will come. 4 came. Okay. So 4 true. In fact, if I don't give that one, let's see how many will come. If I exclude this straight away, I should get 5, I guess. Right, false is also there. This is what is filtered out on this one, where it is evaluated against and. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just do some practice. It will be simple actually. Even beginning days I struggle, but when I spend little time, not too much, I seriously say that I did not spend great time, but I could figure out how things will work. And our operators together in single query in MongoDB something. Let's go. All right, this is about under. Regular expression is something too good actually to understand. CLS db.products.find. This is the data. So regular expression generally works on only on the string values, not on the like integer values. Only it works on the string values. So now string values you have only on the item. So item, okay. I am giving, this will go in like this, like you will give in a 2 forward slashes in between. Wherever L is there, I need that product. L, just wherever L is there, just that product will come out. You see this one, laptop bulbs. Do you see any other product which is having L? No. If I go with E, all these product have E somewhere. E here, and here, right? So anything that is actually getting that, if example, if I'm giving O, capital O example, it is a case sensitive actually. It will get only one record. Actually, in fact, you have the O in the laptop, you have the O in the phone, and you have the O any other. Anyway, that's 3. You have it. So by default, it is case sensitive. I don't want to make case insensitive. Make it I. So all O's, wherever O is there, it will come out. These are all regular expressions. So now, whatever is starting with, you are looking for only the letter. Maybe I wanted to look at some more words in it. O-N. E-D. Do you see any common thing? E-A.
One thing, Ravinder, OI you mentioned in a single that right? So what is that? So does it no one consider I?
I is making case instance too. By default, O means capital. It is looking for only capital. It is not looking for the smaller case. When I give the I case instance, it became lower or upper, doesn't matter. It just need to find that.
Acha, I thought it will check for I also in that. Okay, I means it's for okay. I understand. In Oracle also, we will go for hyphen I, PS hyphen grep hyphen I means it will check for lower cases and upper cases. Okay, fine, fine. I thought
Right.
O and I will be checked in their single word. Okay, fine, fine. I is a word letter. I thought. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Fine. Now, I wanted to start with whatever is starting with what F, only starting with F. There is a cap. You'll have a cap symbol, right? So, out of mind. So, right, six. You have to give this cap and F. Whatever is starting with F, I need that product. Only starting. The cap will tell you the starting letters of the product, not end. FA, FR, they are two different. So whatever is starting with FR, I need that. Case insensitive also added. So fridge is the only one product which is starting with FR. Do you see any two products which are starting with equal same thing? FR, PH. There's no other thing, I guess. Yes. Fine. Anyway, so now the starting of the product name, the end of the product name, whatever is starting with, ending with what? Ending with R, C, N, L, E, B, T. Oh, there are anything in common. E is common here. E is common here. Okay, E is common here also. Now, anything that is ending with E, I wanted. So ending with E means $E. Oh, it is not. There is nothing ending with E in the item we have, right? Is it not the dollar? Just a minute.
Do
Okay,
we need to
dollar
put that coefficient at the end? Okay.
sorry, dollar should be at the end, not in the beginning. At the end side. So wherever any product is starting with end E, it is getting out. And if you see GE phone and anything in common, VE oven. Oh, come on. I'm looking for any two products ending with same. NE and CT. No products is ending with same thing. EN AN no.
A smartwatch and headset.
Smart watch
Oh, no, no,
and
no.
headset.
No, sorry.
No, they are not. All right. Anyway, that is simple, guys. You can go with the anything that you wanted to match. Don't give the starting value, the cap and dollar value. It will go anywhere. It look for that character combination and get you. So if I go with the O and E without this I is okay, case insensitive. But I'm giving O E wherever you have O and E. Oh, it is looking for the sequentially. Yeah, it is like that wherever it's not. Maybe you have to give it to O and you have to give it E also separately. So regular expressions works on the string value. Just have a hands-on, little bit of hands-on on this. All right. So next, array. Let's talk about the array. Array is we don't use much array, but I'll give some example. Not greatly need to be discussed on this. Array. Fine. Let me talk about quickly. So clear the screen. Array is something what? Whenever you define similar objects for one field, then array need to be 4 numbers, 2 phone numbers. A phone number should be as an array. 2 email addresses, two anything more than one need to be given to one single variable, then array will come. That's a minimum funda. So array sample, maybe I'll array colors. Let's go with the color dot insert. Okay, and a field name I'm giving it as a color. So array declaration, it should be green. I'm giving some colors: green, yellow, red, something like this. Okay, I can give here blue, red, black. I'll tell you. I'm just inserting some data. Let it be blue and orange, indigo, purple. One more. I'll just do it. Any other color quickly? Pink. Any other color?
Rose color.
Or fine. She's right, in fact. Fine. So now if I read that collection, how it look like? This is how it look like. One field, multiple elements. So whenever you wanted to assign multiple similar thing to anything, that is an array. Multiple phone numbers, multiple email addresses, multiple addresses, anything that you wanted multiple should go into array basically. I mean this that
Actually, I thought it will be override that field,
which field?
color field.
No, it is every time it is a new document. It never overwrite anything. It's a
Okay,
new operation, right?
okay,
Insert operation.
fine. Actually, I thought we are using the same field, right? That color. So I thought, oh yes, we are using the same. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, sorry for the confusion. Okay.
It's an insert operation. Update will overwrite. Insert will insert anyway.
Oh, okay, okay, fine, fine. Okay, sorry, got it.
It's fine. So now I'm reading it. When I'm reading it, it's something you don't need to match on everything. Array is like, if example, I'm going with the red. Wherever red is there in the first position, last position, it doesn't matter. Red is in the last position, red is in the second position. Still, it found the record, right? It does not matter where that actually sitting basically. Do you see any other colors in more? I mentioned blue, black, pink, anything anyway. So I'm just giving now as an yellow. So yellow is in the second position. It does not look for the position. It look for the existence of the element in the array. So we are not actually looking for the first position to find out. Anywhere in the field as an assignment it is there, it will find out. We are filtering on the yellow. Yellow is in the second position. We are filtering on the red. Red in the third position, red in the second position. It doesn't matter. Okay, just get you the record wherever it is. So array records are always one field is matching, one assignment is matching, it will get the entire array values basically. If I go with the pink example, Only one is pink. We have it, right? So green 1, 2 only. Hello. Okay, that's fine. Not an issue. So you are getting it right. One of the field is matching with the condition of that field, then it will pulling out the record. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. Positional read. Next is positional read. Positional read is something, it will follow like this. Array always will be starting with a 0 as an address in the background. It will start with a 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, something like that. So if I wanted to call only first position of the array, I wanted to give as a condition, not an all. You can give it, but that will go in the quotation and dot 0 first position. I'm telling, go to the array, read in the first position and look for the pink. Do you have in the first position pink? No, you don't have it. But what I have it, blue I have it, black I have it, green I have it. So if I go on, if I give it green, I'll get 1 record. If I give it blue, I'll get 2 records because 2 records there in the first position. We're asking to just search in the first position, not everywhere. So conditional, positional, conditional read. It is positional, conditional read. If I give it 1, will I get a record? In second position, do you have a blue? No, you don't get it because it's looking for the second position now. And if I give it yellow, red, orange, yellow, if I give it yellow, I get 2 records on the second position because on the second position you have 2 yellows like this. It is positional condition. By default it does not go with the position. It look for the existence of that key in the array. But if you wanted to go in a positional condition, then still you can go ahead. Second position, first position, second position, third position, anything you can go ahead. It's called positional conditional read. Any questions? So then slicing the array. Slicing. Okay, let's do it. Not definitely required. So now I'll not go with the positional to make you better understand. Maybe color yellow. There are 2 records. I don't want all of them. I want only two records. I can slice color and slice 2. I mean, only give the read 2 positions of the array. Only 2 positions, not 3 positions. You are reading the condition and whatever is coming as a projection, slice it to 2 positions. Don't read everything. Only 2 positions, read it. You have 100 positions in the array, but I don't want. Only read first 2 positions. And like that, you can slice it if you want. If you really want. There's anyway this far you don't go as a DB, no need to worry. Update.
What's the purpose of slice, Ravi? I got stuck actually.
Slice is something limiting the output. You don't want entire array elements all the time. You can limit it. By default, it'll read everything.
Okay.
Condition is matched, it'll read everything, but I don't want everything. I wanted to limit to certain number of elements, number of positions. Then slice will work.
Okay.
Right. So with this, we are done with array. Read operations with array elements, array field in Mongo. We have special indexes for arrays in the Mongo. We'll talk about that anyway. Okay, that is the reason I wanted to talk about arrays. Else arrays we don't care about as a DBA. Update is very important. We need one more class in order to finish this CRUD operations. Update using update, we can do multiple operations. Let me tell you one by one, then we'll go with it. Update in Mongo. We can do below different type of operations, using update command in Mongo. First, changing field assignment. Second, changing field assignment and adding extra fields to the existing documents if you wanted to. Removing unnecessary, adding and removing both. Removing unnecessary fields from existing documents. Fourth, replacing the existing documents. Fifth, incrementing, decrementing the assignments. Incrementing and decrementing field assignments. These are the 5 possible operations we can do using the update statement, right? So let's go one by one. Changing the field assignments. I'll finish the update today at least. Let's work on other things tomorrow. Then tomorrow we'll finish the CRUD. We'll enter into the schema design. Once schema design is ended, then we are absolutely into purely administrative actions. This knowledge really help you when you work in the real time. When you work as a senior DBA, you need to review a lot of things. There, these things will help you out. Anyway, how do we use this CRUD operations knowledge into the production DBA? That I'll conclude at the end. I have a conclusion anyway. Because why we need to learn? This is a question, right? Why? That I'll conclude with some example. Okay. First, let's understand. Then we will talk about why. So changing the field assignment, right? So go to CLS db.products.find. This is the data. db.products.update. We are talking about update now. Under update again, there is specific condition we are talking about. Changing the existing field assignment. So sold quantity, I wanted to make it 500 to 5,000. So you need to find the item first. Item uniquely. Item is phone. Okay. I'm finding it. Next, I wanted to set. Set should go in the next as a next element. So set. What I wanted to set? I wanted to set something which is availability quantity AQY as 5,000, 500 to 5,000. So now what it is doing? The update statement first finding the phone record and looking for the availability quantity and updating the old value to the new value. We are setting it. So now if I run this one, it will modify the data. See, one record matched, one is modified. If I go and read, you'll see that 500 is changed to 5,000. Okay. I wanted to change the entire product name itself. I don't want phone. It is a mobile. The product name is mobile. Instead of mobile, I made a phone. Now I wanted to change it. So again, the same thing. Update. Okay. Item. Condition as phone to find that. And here I wanted to set what actually? The item itself. To what? Item. Come on, it need to be matched. Okay. What I wanted to change to mobile. Okay. Then it is done. Go and read. You'll find it. it got replaced with the phone to mobile. Changing the existing field as first find it and set it to what you wanted on the field. Okay, I wanted to set two fields now. Set availability quantity 0, avail to true at one statement. So first I need to find what I wanted to find, mobile, or else any other, maybe fan. Fan. I wanted to set two things in fact here, not one. Availability quantity 0, AQI 0, AQY 0, comma avail false. Two fields I wanted to change. Yes, you can do how many fields you wanted to change it. At the same time, I wanted to change sold QTY from 2000 to 5000. I can do it. All the field assignments are changing basically. Availability quantity is 1000. I'm changing it to 0. And avail is true. I'm changing it to false. Sold quantity is actually 2000. I'm making it 5000. Done. Now you go and read it. You see this one, availability quantity is 0, sold quantity is 5000, from 2000 to 5000, it is true to false. So you're setting it on fields. You must find it and set it to what are the fields you wanted to set it. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yeah, Ravi.
Right. One more thing. There is a lot of sound. Saranam, can you go into one mode? I'm muting you. Fine. When there is a lot of background sound for some reason. Fine. So now AQI. Okay. First, I'll find, before we do the update, this is what you need to understand. How many AQIs we have? 4 in fact we have AQI as a 0. So now I wanted to update AQI. Okay. When AQI wanted to update to what? AQI is 0, wherever it is 0, first occurrence is this. And wherever AQI is 0, I wanted to make it 300 or sold quantity from 1200 to 7000 something. Okay. Set sold quantity QTY to 7000. But in fact, how many documents we have with this availability quantity 0? 4 we have it. Which one it will update? It's a question, right? Which one it will update? It will update first occurrence of the document. First occurrence. What is the first occurrence one? This laptop. Only the laptop will update. But there are 4 documents are matching with the criteria. It does not update all. Only the first occurrence. You see this? Sorry, I should do the update instead of find. Right. If I do this one, it update only one document. If I go and read now, I'll find, I'll find with a 0 3 more documents. Oh, availability I have changed it. Oh, sold quantity only I changed it. So wherever sold quantity is 0, I want to update wherever availability quantity is 0, I wanted to update the sold quantity to 7000 everywhere. Everywhere I wanted to update. So whenever you wanted to update on all matches, not on the first match, there is something called multi-true. You can do the same thing. Availability quantity 4, sold quantity is 7000, you wanted to set it. But on all conditions, then you can set something called multi-true. It should be not here, sorry. It should everything in the parenthesis, comma, multi-true. So now you see this one. There are 4 matched actually, but only 3 modified. Why only 3 modified? You should answer if you understand.
The other one
Because,
was already done. Yeah.
ah, very good. There are 4 matched, but one is already have the same value. Why it has to update? Only it is updated 3. If I go and read with the same condition, everywhere it is 7000, 7000, 7000. So This was not updated in the previous command. It was updated here itself on the first one when I updated. Here it is. Where did I update? Here it is updated. First record. Next 3 records updated in the next statement. This way, you can change the existing field assignments as required. Okay. These are all example for the changing the existing field assignments. From here, right? Where did I start? Update, I started here. Right from here. So look at the example and then correlate, guys. When you look at recall the discussions. So there is one error. I'll take out this one. Right. The first one is over. Changing the field assignment is over. Adding extra field to the existing document. Let's talk about that. Maybe I'll keep it in different way. Update. I'll keep this way. Maybe this makes sense, more sense when you look at the document, because I'm going to share this. Update, changing the assignment. All right, adding extra fields. It is also very simple. db.products.find. No, it is equivalent to that again. It is an update. First condition. Wherever product quantity AQI 0, I wanted to add the company. Extra field. There is no company assigned. So I wanted to set company field. If field exists, see, when you condition you are giving it and you are setting something, if whatever you are setting, if it exists, it will modify. If it does not exist, it will add as a new field. That is how it works. Set. See, it is almost similar like previous discussion, but what I'm setting is a new field. Company. Maybe I'm going with the any company. Maybe Havels something. Okay. Wherever availability quantity is 0, I want to set company as Havels. Extra field is an extra field. The field company does not exist. It will add up. So now if I go and read, you'll find the Havels company in the first occurrence. If I wanted to modify every occurrence, what I have to do? Multi-true. Multi-true, I must do it. So that it go and update everywhere as a company. As a Havels. So now 4 matched, 1, 3 modified. If I go and do this one, you can do here, you can check here. Now if you look at all false companies are actually modified, all false avail true are modified. If I wanted to update all of them, so what should I do? What should I do as a what should I give it as a condition? What don't have the condition company? Only true wherever available is there. So I'll give a condition as true only to make it simple. Update avail true, wherever avail true, set. What to set? Company. Company what? What company? You wanted to set this to different company, maybe we can go for it. Company LG something. Okay. So now if I hit it, how many it will modify? It's a question. How many it will modify?
I think it will modify for all. I
5.
mean,
All.
yeah, I mean for only true, avail true. Only for avail true, it will set a company to LG.
But you did not give a multi, right? As long as you don't give a multi.
Yes. First one will miss. Correct.
Okay.
That's what I was expecting. So when you use multi, then it go for all the matching records. So now if I do this, then it is modified with 9, updated with only 1 because you modified already there. If I go and read, you'll everywhere company is added. So it is simplest of simple thing is condition is condition. Even in the changing the field assignment also, you give a condition, change the field assignment. When you're adding the field which does not exist, it will add a field. That's it. When you're setting, if the field is not there, it will add the field. If it is a field is there, it will update it. That is the only thing. So this will go as a assigning the new fields to the existing documents. It is simple, so simple. Removing, I'll make it even simpler than this, because the way you did it, the way you remove it, nothing else. So 3, remove, instead of adding, remove. Okay, how do I remove? Whatever I wanted to remove, I can easily remove. I don't want sold quantity on this one, on the mobile item. I can remove entire field. So db dot products dot, don't generally you don't remove as a DBA, but understand concepts. Update, I am finding the record mobile item as mobile, and I wanted to remove means unset, set unset, that's it. Unset what you wanted to unset? A field which exists. What is the field? Sold QTY 1, give it 1, that's it. That's it. You see the field is gone. You don't see the sold quantity anymore in this. So now I'll ask a question. I wanted to remove the company from all the documents. All. Even company has avail true, false, doesn't matter. I
Simply,
wanted.
simply find open colon parenthesis comma unset company that we can give.
Dot multi true maybe.
Yeah. You are very good
Yes,
actually.
multi true. Yes.
Does it go that way? Empty update. And now unset. Good thought actually. I was having different thing in mind, but this works. Unset what? Company 1, just give it 1. Just field need to be exist. Multi true again. Right, all gone. Everywhere company is removed. Everywhere company is removed because you are unset what you don't want. That's it. It is so simple. How you added, how you remove it. The condition is same except set, unset. Set will add a new field if it does not exist. Unset will remove a field if it exists. If it does not exist, it does not do anything. So if I'm unsetting a company again, does it do anything? I'm unsetting a company. Unset, I'm asking company field. Does it do anything? No, it does not, because there is no such thing. Yeah. So this is something called unset. Okay. Fine. Right. Last, I'll cover one more point and then close the class. Else we'll talk the next 2 topics in the next class. Maybe if it is overloaded. What do you guys say?
I think we can stop, Ravi.
Okay. Yes, we
Yeah,
can stop.
I understand. I understand for sure. So I'll stop it anyway.